Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Sorry, you're going to have to indulge me on this one because this was the part of the book that really got to me. So yeah, I am going to do it. I'm sorry to inflict it on you. I'm going to read out part of Spare. Because having had at least one vino, at least one, after earlier, I've just got to share this because I think this particular thing really cuts to the heart of the problem that Harry just can't see what the rest of us can so clearly see. Now, they're not married yet. They're boyfriend, girlfriend. She's still in suits. And she's told him over the phone. This is pure hearsay. He's actually put in print in this book, Meghan told me this. So he's confirming it's hearsay. And this is on page 300. Just hours before that statement went out, Meg was on her way to see me. She drove to Toronto's Pearson International Airport, perhaps chasing her. According to Meghan, Harry doesn't know that. He's actually saying this is hearsay. Perhaps chasing her, and made her way carefully through the crowds of travellers, feeling jittery, exposed. According to Meghan, again hearsay. The lounge was full, so an Air Canada representative took pity on her and hid her in a side room. He even brought her a plate of food. According to Meghan, Harry, if you're watching this, she might have been lying or exaggerating, and she's been known to lie and exaggerate. By the time she landed at Heathrow, my statement was everywhere and changed nothing. The onslaught continued. In fact, my statement generated a whole new onslaught from my family. Pa and Willie were furious. They gave me an earful. My statement made them look bad, they both said. This is according to Harry. So again, that's hearsay. Harry, I don't know what William and Charles actually said. Why in the hell? Because they'd never put out a statement for their girlfriends or wives when they were being harassed? No. I think actually Charles pretty much couldn't do anything to defend Camilla. As I recall, she was really on her own with her mum and dad, and her dad was quite chivalrous actually. Went out and told the press, "We don't talk." But yeah, no, don't remember that. And I don't remember Catherine getting anybody going hissy fit on the press. Anyway, let's press on. So this visit wasn't like previous ones. It was the complete opposite. Instead of walking around Frogmore Gardens or sitting in my kitchen talking dreamily about the future or just getting to know each other, we were stressed out, meeting lawyers, searching for ways to combat this madness. As a rule, Meg wasn't looking at the internet. Yeah, of course, Harry. Of course. She wanted to protect herself. Keep that poison out of her brain. Smart, but not sustainable. If we were going to wage a battle for her reputation and physical safety, for Meghan's reputation and physical... Oh, for God's sake. It gets better. I needed to know exactly what was fact, what was false. And that meant asking her every few hours about something else that had appeared online. Is this true? Is this true? Is there a grain of truth in this? I can well imagine. I suppose those are the questions that she might have wanted to avoid. Now, one of our two narcs years ago, without giving too much of the game away, ended up in court being cross-examined by my husband. And my husband got really close to the truth. And do you know what the narc did? He started to hyperventilate and he went, I can't breathe, your worship, make him stop. Until the judge said, please, Mr. Hesketh, Can you stop cross-examining this person?
I know you're talking about.
Yeah. And the narc was released from the witness box by dropping to the floor and sobbing. Oh, Mr. Hesketh is bullying me. Because Mr. Hesketh was asking an extremely pertinent and awkward question. Anyway, that is another story. So, as Harry's saying to her, is this true? Is that true? What's going on? I'm looking online. I mean, maybe he was watching the porn film that we've all seen, and I'm certain it's fake. But my God, it's talent. Anyway, you can tell I've had a glass of vino. I'm feeling much better. Where was I now? Is this true, Meghan? Is that true, Meghan? Is there a grain of truth in this? To which she often began to cry. Why would they say that, Has? I don't understand. Can they just make stuff up? Yes, they can, and yes, they do. The best bit's still coming. Still, despite the mounting stress, terrible pressure, we managed to protect our essential bond, never snapping at each other during those few days. As we came to the final hours of her visit, we were solid, happy, and Meg announced that she wanted to make me a special goodbye lunch. There was nothing in my fridge as usual. Well, I do suspect, did anybody empty the fridge and put it all in the bin to go, I need to go shopping to kind of set something up? Okay, my cynical mind. Fair use and fair dealing. Free speech. There was nothing in my fridge as usual. But there was a Whole Foods down the street. I've never heard of Whole Foods. I've been out the UK a long time. I gave her directions, the safest route, past the Palace Guards, turn right towards Kensington Palace Gardens, down to Kensington High Street. There's a police barrier, take a right and you'll see a Whole Foods. It's massive, you can't miss it. I had an engagement, but I'd be home soon. Baseball cap, jacket, head down, side gate, you'll be fine, I promise. 2 hours later when I got home, I found her inconsolable, sobbing, shaking. He doesn't actually say on the floor, but sobbing and shaking. What is it? What's happened? She could barely get out the story. She'd dressed just as I'd advised. She'd run happily, anonymously, up and down the supermarket aisles, but as she rode the escalator, a man approached. Excuse me, do you know where the exit is? Oh yes, I think it's just up here to the left. In a supermarket she's never been in before in her life. Oh yeah, I know the exit. I know exactly where that is. Again, this is all hearsay. Harry wasn't there. He's come home and found Meghan, what was it? I found her inconsolable, sobbing, shaking. Harry, if you're watching this, she's an actress. Could she have been making that up, lying, exaggerating, inventing the entire scenario in order to twist your little brain? Never mind, let's go with it. Let's go with it, because you clearly have. You've put it in a book, so you really, really believed her. Oh, you plonker. You utter plonker. Oh. Hey, you're on that programme, Suits. Am I right? My wife loves you.
Oh, that's so nice, thanks. What's your name?
Jeff.
Nice to meet you, Jeff. Please tell her I said thanks for watching.
I will. Can I get a picture, for my mum?
Thought you said it was for your wife.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Sorry, I'm just grocery shopping today.
His face changed. Well, even if I can't take a picture with you, in capitals, that doesn't stop me taking pictures of you. He whipped out his phone and followed her to the deli counter, snapping away while she looked at a turkey.
Fuck the turkey, she thought. I'm hurrying to the checkouts.
He followed her there too. She got into the queue before her, were rows and rows of magazines and newspapers, and on all of them, under the most shocking and disgusting headlines, was her. No, Harry. No, I don't remember it that way. I think millions of other people don't remember it that way either, but maybe you're a bit thick or touched in some manner. The other customers noticed as well. They looked at the magazines, looked at her, and now they too pulled their phones out like zombies. Meg caught two cashiers sharing a horrible smile.
Harry, they were smiling at each other in a horrible way. I'm sobbing on the phone.
Harry Windsor, you have been played, you schmuck. You total schmuck. I'll continue with the hearsay. According to hearsay, Meghan. After paying for her groceries, she walked outside straight into a group of 4 men with their iPhones aimed at, not Androids, not camcorders.
They're iPhones. When do they work? iPhones.
Very specifics. Isn't it funny how liars come out with like dead weird specifics like the rest of us wouldn't? Imagine she's telling the truth. Let's just imagine for a minute she's telling the truth. She's come out, she's flustered, adrenaline's going, and like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they were all iPhones and they were pointing at me. Sorry, I'm just... She kept her head down, rushed up Kensington High Street. She was nearly home when a horse-drawn carriage came rolling out of Kensington Palace Gardens. Some sort of parade. The way he put some sort of parade, you know, like, oh, those fucking soldiers, they're always marching up and down with their busbies doing fucking something. God, wow. Harry, you don't make the Windsors sound like really bad in that little 3-word fucking sentence. Some sort of parade, 4-word sentence, some sort of parade, you know, it's parading these fucking people. Fucking hell, Windsor. Fucking hell. Some sort of parade. The palace gate was blocked. She was forced back along the main road where 4 men picked up the scent again. What was that perfume Diana used to wear? I can't remember. Bet Meghan knows the name. And chased her all the way to the main gate, screaming her name. Meghan! 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 Really, Harry? Really, Harry? Really? You bought this bullshit and married this bullshit? When she finally got inside Knott Cot, which, by the way, is a little cottage in the middle of a commune. I mean, once you've gotten into the perimeters, they're not going to chase her to the door of Knott Cot. She'd phoned her best girlfriends, each of whom had asked, "Is he worth it? Meg, is anyone worth this?" "Oh, I don't know, son of Princess Diana, grandson of the Queen of England, Prince Harry, titles, money, heritage, fame, all the things she'd climbed the greasy pole for all her pitiful life. Is he worth it? I don't know. We just held each other until I slowly became aware of the most delicious smells. I looked around. Hang on, you mean after all that, you still made lunch?"
I wanted to feed you before I left.
And that is the end of that chapter. Well, that's my interpretation of it. Couldn't resist it, guys. And I'm going to probably torture you with a few more segments before I'm done. In the meantime, thank you very much for listening. As always, look forward to your input from you people who have life experience. Most of you, I think, probably can recognise an absolute bullshitter or outright fucking liar when you see or hear one, unlike some people. Have a fabulous evening.